welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet the shell stitch. The shell stitch is very simple, one row repeat, and I honestly love it so much. I really enjoy this stitch and use it all the time. I use it for the borders of blankets. I use it to actually make up blankets. It's great for sweaters, for any kind of article of clothing, really, even hats. It is just a phenomenal stitch. Now, I use US terminology in all of my videos, and that includes this one. So I have a list here of all the stitches you're going to need and their abbreviations in US terminology in order to complete the shell stitch. If you need some assistance with these very basics of crochet, I have videos to help. I'll put a link up here in the upper right hand corner with my playlist for the crochet fundamentals linked in here. That way, if you need to brush up on a couple of things, you can check them out at your leisure. For this video, I will be using this Boye ergonomic handle crochet hook, size 6.5 millimeters or US size K. If you've watched many of my videos, you have seen him before. He is a staple in my craft room. I also have this Big Twist Value worsted weight yarn, and this is Sky Blue. It's not the softest yarn, but it is great value. It is fun to work with. It has some great colors, and sometimes that's really what you need, especially when you're just trying to learn some new stitches. Now that we've talked about what we're going to see, both in the materials and in the stitches that we're going to see, let's get this party started. Okay, ladies and gents, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to make a slip knot. There are so many different ways to slip knot, but this is the way I do it. So very first, we will hold the short end of our yarn that is not connected to our skein or ball or cake, whatever kind of yarn you are using. We're going to hold that between our middle finger and our thumb on our non-dominant hand. So for me, that is my left hand. Then the long end of my yarn is going to go up and over my index finger from right to left, front to back, up over here, come back down, and run through my palm so it is held in place by my pinky finger right here. And this pinky finger, for me, does a lot of the work of controlling my tension. So one more time, it is held in place where I'm holding the short end of my yarn between my middle finger and my thumb, go up and over my index finger, coming down through my hand, being held in place by that pinky. You're going to take the index finger of your dominant hand, you're going to bring it behind this strand of yarn, hook onto it with your finger, and swivel downwards all the way around so that you now have this closed loop on your finger. Let me show that one more time. Swivel downward. Fantastic. Now take the long end of your yarn and you're going to pull it through that loop you just made on your index finger. Fantastic. The way you know that this is a slip knot is if you gently pull on both ends, poof, it unravels itself like a dream. Let's do that together one more time. So I have a short end between my middle finger and my thumb. Long end goes up and over my index finger, travels down, being held in place by my pinky. Get this little piece of yarn out of the way. Then my dominant hand, I'm going to take my index finger, grab hold of this yarn, swivel downward, so that I now have a closed loop on this index finger. We're going to pull the long end of the yarn through the loop I just made. Perfect. Now go ahead and grab your crochet hooks at this point. Perfect. Now to do the shell stitch, you are going to need to chain a multiple of 6 plus 1. So for example, that's 6 plus 1 is 7, or 18 plus 1 is 19, or 30 plus 1 is 31. Now I am going to do 25 for this. So for those, just quick recap for those of my viewers that are less familiar with the art of crochet, here is how you will do a chain. Hold your hook. We're going to go to the left, to the back, to the right, to the front. Grab onto that yarn. This is called a yarn over because it brings the yarn over our hook. Then we'll pull it through the loop of the slip knot. Perfect. And you can tell that is a completed chain. You see this V shape. And then you have the other piece of yarn that's coming up through it. Let's do that again. So yarn over, go left, back, right, front. You can do that as boxy as you would like or as smoothly as you would like. It's really up to your prerogative. I found it very useful when I was first learning to go very, very boxy. But now it's just, for me, it's just a really quick little flick. Now we'll pull through our chain, or our loop, and that creates a new chain. And again, I am going to do 25 of these. So I'll do just a couple more on camera. Nice slow examples. And you can go ahead and join back with me when you have done 25, or I guess when I have done 25 chains. Okay guys, this is my chain of 25 chains long. Now I'm going to go ahead and start on row 1. Now we are going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So those of my friends that need just a little recap or want to brush up on their double crochet skills, I do have a video that details step by step how to do the double crochet. I'll make sure to include a link up here in the upper right hand corner. And for the rest of you, let's go ahead and identify the 4th chain for our hook. So this little loop over our hook does not count as a completed chain. So we'll count back 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 4th chain from our hook. Go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull to the front. You have 3 chains, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we are going to do 2 more double crochet back into that very same stitch. So let's do that again. Yarn over. Perfect. So that's 2 total. That's 3 total double crochet in the 4th chain for my hook. Now we're going to skip 2 chains, skip this guy, skip this guy. We're going to put a single crochet into this 3rd stitch. So we'll insert our hook, yarn over, pull through. We have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. Fantastic. Now skip 2 more into the 3rd chain. We'll put 5 double crochet total. That's 1, goodness, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing. Now skip 2. We'll put a single crochet. Skip 2, and we'll put 5 double crochet. The entire row continues just like that. Skip 2, do 5 double crochet, skip 2, do a single crochet. Skip 2, 5 double crochet, skip 2, single crochet. It is really that simple. It is not terribly difficult. And I can feel it coming already. For those of you that are noticing that these chain spots where I'm putting my 5 double crochet are so much larger, that is totally normal. Absolutely normal, especially with use, and the more you practice this stitch, that will be minimized. And then I usually put a nice little border on all of my blankets as well, which helps minimize that big gap looking thing right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and just speed up through the rest of this little row. We're almost there. And there are 3 stitches waiting for me here at the end. Again, we're going to skip 2 and put a double, or not a double, a single crochet in that very last chain. Easy peasy. Okay, that is 1 row of the shell stitch complete. Now let's go ahead and we'll chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now turn your work. And I'm actually really curious, how many of you guys chain and then turn your work versus how many of you guys turn and then chain? It seems to me like there's a pretty even 50-50 split in the crochet community. So I'm really curious. Leave a comment down below and tell me which one you do. Do you chain first and then turn, or do you turn and then chain? I prefer to chain first and then turn, but that's just me. Okay, now that we've chained and turned, or I guess turned and chained, we are going to put 3 double crochet, just like the first row, into this single crochet that we did at the end of the last row. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Now we'll skip 2 right here into the 3rd stitch. So that is the top, the center and the top of this little shell right here. Skip 2, 3. We are going to put a single crochet. Excellent. Now we'll put 5 double crochet into this chain, or into this single crochet from the previous row. So it's the same thing, skipping 2 stitches. In that third, which happens to be the valley of my little shell formation, we'll put the 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, skip 2. So in the top of this little shell shape right here, 1, 2, 3, we'll put our single crochet. And the shell stitch really is that easy, guys. So we will do our 5 double crochet here. Skip 2 and do a single crochet. Skip 2, put 5 double crochet. Excellent. Now that we've come to the end of our row, we'll do the same thing, skip 2, and in this very first double crochet from the previous round, we will stick a single crochet. So that is 2 rows of the shell stitch finished. Let's do one more together. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, or turn and then chain, whatever you want to do. We'll put 3 double crochet into this single crochet from the previous round. 1, 2, 3. We'll skip 2 and put a single crochet right here. Skip 2, put 5 double crochet into this valley right here. Now skip 2, put a single crochet. It really is that simple, guys. The rest of your blanket, your scarf, your sweater, whatever you are making will follow this exact same pattern, this exact same repeat every single round. All right, and this right here is what the shell stitch looks like in all of its glory. This is honestly one of my favorite stitches. I love it so much. This is one I use for so many blankets. I've seen it used in scarves and sweaters and hats. Or you can even use this stitch to make borders on blankets, which is probably my favorite use for this stitch. It's amazing. There are so many great uses for this stitch. Now on that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If this video has taught you something or been entertaining, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel. Click on the bell icon down below to be notified every time I release a new video. I post a step-by-step stitch tutorial just like this one, or a free beginner-friendly pattern where you can practice what you've learned every single weekend. Thank you again, and ta-ta for now.